Welcome to the Cooking Corner. It's always a good day for pizza, right? Well, Mike Bausch from Andolini's is here to share the secrets of his SPQR pizza. So first off, what is SPQR?
SPQR, an easy way of saying it would be it's the Roman version of USA. SPQR, the Senate and People of Rome, the translation from Senatus Primus Romanus. That's not the right pronunciation.
We're gonna trust you on that one.
I don't speak Italian, but I can decipher it. And this pizza, I was in Rome about a decade ago, and I noticed the pizza really isn't what we think of pizza. They usually have a thicker crust. They do a lot of different stuff with it, a lot of garlic, a lot of olive oil, but then not pepperoni and pizza sauce as much as interesting, eclectic toppings. And this one hits it out of the park because it starts with ricotta, minced garlic, and olive oil. And the ricotta, instead of just spreading ricotta with, let's say, like a baking spatula, they do what we call dolloping. And these dollops of ricotta, when they bake off, will have a little bit of a cooked texture on the top, and then as you bite into it, it'll be a little bit different, which gives more levels of flavor to the item.
Not your typical cheese on the pizza, but it looks really good.
Definitely not the typical, but at the same point, we're gonna, meat and cheese done just fancier, done differently. This is some prosciutto di Parma, prosciutto from Parma region of Italy. We're gonna put this on. I like to do it kind of in a floret pattern, so when you bite into it, it doesn't just pull the whole thing off. And anything that has a mixture of salt and base, like ricotta is a good base, and there's a lot of salt flavor coming from the prosciutto, those will counterbalance very nicely. Whenever cooking, I look to see if I could have something that's tart in the base or something that's salt in the base, and this has both. After that, mozzarella cheese, no one minds that typically, so we're gonna put some of that on this pizza.
Lots of cheese.
A lot of cheese.
Add all the cheese.
I like to start with, what I want it to be and work backwards, so I like to have a lot of cheese. That's what we sell at Andolini's. Now, this is really what differentiated it and made it very unique to Rome. In Rome, they do massive chunks of sausage that when it cooks off nicely and has tons of flavor because it's not pre-done, it's not frozen, it's fresh sausage. Big chunks of them. It still cooks all the way through, and you should always make sure your temperature of the meat is an internal 155 before serving. But it's so flavorful and so much fun to do a real item like this and to serve it to family that it's one of my favorite pizzas. Available at Andolini's, but if you want to make something like this at home, prosciutto, sausage, ricotta, they all work together very nicely.
And so you do sell this at your store?
We do sell this at Andolini's, at all Andolini's locations throughout all of Tulsa.
So then how long does it cook for?
Well, now, if you're cooking at 550 degrees, which is what we cook at, then it would go around 7 minutes. But you really want to get it to the point that it's the brown of a baseball bat. That level of deep brown, not light brown, but deep brown. At that point, you're pretty good, because sometimes you cook at home at 450, you have a convection oven, or you don't. It could be different. So you want to just eyeball it yourself around 7 to 10 minutes, and you'll be good. If it seems like it's white, and you're using one of our doughs, then I would say keep cooking it. If you're using a dough that's still white but all the cheese is fully cooked, then you might be done, but always test it.
All right, well, good to know. And if you want to make this, you can check out this recipe on newson6.com/recipes. So thanks.